Hey everybody, what's going on? Richard Hale here with Teaching Online Business. I want to thank you for being here during this little training lesson that we have. I want you to share, like us, leave a comment. We always appreciate your support. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. That is always greatly appreciated. If you find value, we don't want it for free. We want to earn your social signals, right? But in all seriousness, I want to welcome everybody to the video. Today we're talking about lead magnets. You know, your free offers, they are literally vital to the existence of your business. And the good news for all of you out there, all you need is one irresistible offer to be able to create a 6 to 7 figure business if you know how to do it right. It's almost like Russell Brunson's marketing funnel, sales funnels. All you need is one. And that's true. I've seen it. And the same can be applied when it comes to your lead offer, your lead magnet, your free offers. All you need is one. And when you get that one, you'll know it. Because I want to show you exactly how to tell if it is the one. I'm going to show you what makes a perfect lead magnet. I'm going to show you what to do and what not to do. So let's get into the video training. So, why a lead magnet? Well, every business needs new clients and customers, right? If you have a business and you need new clients and customers, you need a lead magnet. It's that simple. The right lead magnet can significantly improve your bottom line. And all you need is one. But it never hurts to have multiple lead magnets in your business, especially when you're first starting out. At Teaching Online Business, we actually teach our client business owners to at least have 3 lead magnets, so 3 free offers, 3 entry offers, 2 mid-tier offers, and a core offer. That's usually what we recommend starting out with if you don't have anything. And that's kind of what I recommend if you don't have anything at this point, because just like anything else that you do online with marketing and different things like that, you need to be able to test, have the ability to be able to track the data and kind of see what's working and what's not. That way you can put your focus on what is working and eliminate what is not. And if you don't know what a lead magnet is used to collect the name and an email. And we usually use this with a cold audience, usually paid traffic, even though we could get it from organic traffic, direct traffic, referrals, social media, and different things like that. But the point I want you to know, if you don't know what a lead magnet is, it's to capture that name in that email. That way we have the ability as a business to connect with them and kind of build a relationship with them, which is becoming more and more important. So now that you know what a lead magnet is and why we need one, how do we get it right? How can we make sure our lead magnet is perfect? Well, there's a few things you could do. So how do you find the right offer? The most important thing is your market and competitor research. This can literally guide you in the right direction, and it could also give you the answers that you seek just by doing your market and competitor research. So when you're thinking about a lead magnet, there's some really important traits about a lead magnet that we'll talk about in just a minute, where we kind of focus on different things. So these are characteristics. These are characteristics that really make up an awesome lead magnet free offer. Same thing. But when we're doing our market and competitor research, we're looking for a lot of different things. We want to evaluate their copy. We want to evaluate the offers our competitors have. And if you have somebody that is a real close competitor, you need to get over there and see what they're using. Now, I'm not telling you to go over there and steal it. That would be wrong. But you can go over there and make it better, right? So you can go over there and make it a lot better. So if I go into a competitor, they may have a lead magnet that says maybe something like 18 ways to create more conversions on your website or something like that. then if I know that, and that's what they're utilizing and leveraging, I know that we have the same target audience, I can go there and maybe I can use something like 29 ways to improve your conversions guaranteed, or something like that. You want to kind of one up them. And remember, that's for those of you that can identify a close competitor that has the same target audience. Now, if you have your own data, then you should go by your own data. You know, if you have blog posts that are getting real hot hits, that's another thing that you can do. You could do it what we call a content upgrade. If you have a blog post, and a lot of you probably do blogs, if you have a blog post that gets 90% of your blog traffic, that's probably good enough validation to go after and create some type of content upgrade. So, for example, if you have a blog and you focus it on, 10 of the best WordPress plugins that nobody knows, some catchy headline like that, you can offer a content upgrade and tell people, hey, sign up, give your name and email, and I'll give you the whole 32 complete list. Give your name, email. You could do something like give us your, you could do something like, hey, sign up for the complete list of 32 awesome plugins that nobody knows about that can help your WordPress website. So you want it to be relative to the topic, but that's one way content upgrades can help you get more leads into your business. Now, for the market and competitor research, there's a lot of different things you can look at. You can look at your competitors' social platforms. You could look inside Facebook groups. You could join Facebook groups. You can ask questions. If you already have an email list, why don't you ask your audience what they would like to see, what they would like to have? Ask your audience, what challenges do they have? What frustrations do they have? What big obstacles are in their way right now from them solving their goal? There's a lot of ways we can use market research, and we can get a real great general idea of these 3 lead magnets and free offers that we want to create. Because we don't want to just put one up, because even though you may have it right, you still want to test a few more. So I can put an offer up and I can know within the first week if it's going to be good enough or not. And there's a few different ways. For one, when you put up a lead magnet, industry averages, and it varies by the industry, but usually you want to get at least a 20% conversion. So you really want to sign up at least 1 out of 5 people. So if you have a conversion that's up 60-70%, then you have a really good lead magnet. But if it's not producing sales and results in the back end, then that's not going to be a good offer to have. And likewise, if you have a 5 to 10% conversion, technically you would want more. But if it's leading to more sales, that's something you probably just want to kind of tweak and work with until you can get those conversion rates up. The important thing to remember when it comes to your lead offers is you want something that brings them into the top of the funnel, and you want to be able to set them up and build a relationship for them to become a client. That is the goal. Now, we're not just going out there and collecting names and emails for nothing. We want them to come into the top of the funnel, and we want them to go through our process. We want to build that relationship with them, and in the end, we want them to become a paying client. So the best lead magnets do this. Number one, they solve a problem. When you're able to solve somebody's problem in a lead magnet, in a free offer, that's almost priceless to have, because what they're going to think, and put yourself in that scenario. If let's use an example like Facebook ads. So if I did a Facebook ad cheat sheet on running ads, and this is how you do the ad copy, and I signed up for this cheat sheet, I put in, and then I implemented everything I learned from this lead magnet. I took it to the market. I put it into my business. And lo and behold, 170% conversion rate. If that happens and you get that result, what are you going to think? You're going to be like, wow, that was like the most awesome free content I ever signed up. I got to get more. If this guy's or girl's free content is this good, imagine what their paid content's like. I need to know this person. And it just puts the relationship off into the right place. And likewise, if it's the complete opposite, you can scare them away forever and you'll never see them again. It's important because the best lead magnets are those that solve a problem and produce a result, which goes into number 2, gives a quick and easy result. When we sign up for lead magnets and free offers, you have to remember many of us are on the go. We're already pressed for time. We don't have time to read a 32-page ebook, and I'm still seeing offers out there from Code Audience, and I'm like, wow, you got a 52-page ebook up here, or you got a 27-page white paper. Guys, nobody wants to read ebooks. Nobody wants to read that. They don't have the time. What they do want is something that is super quick and super fast to get a result. Now, I know some of you work in different niches, and sometimes that result takes a little bit longer and it's kind of hard to get. But that just means you got to get a little bit more creative when it comes to being able to give somebody a result, because the best lead magnets are able to give a result very, very fast. Number 3, content is valuable. How many of you have signed up for a free lead magnet only to be disappointed and like, man, I knew everything they put in this. This really sucks. Many of us have, right? Because there's a lot of bad offers out there. Trust me. I sign up for them all the time. I'm guilty about that. Trying to always find a golden nugget. And 80% of the time I find out, they don't know no more than I do. So you always want to make sure your content is valuable. A lot of people think because it's a free offer or a free lead magnet that they're not going to put the effort in. But I'm telling you, your best content should be your free offers, should be your lead magnets, because that's what's going to build the relationship off right. You don't want to build the relationship, because most of us use lead magnets with Code Audiences. We don't want to be remember, first impressions, and that's kind of what it points back to. If my first impression is awful, then I've lost them forever. But if I make an awesome piece of content and that first impression is like, wow, this is like amazing, this is like the best free offer I ever signed up for, then that builds the relationship off correctly. And it also positions you as the expert, which is number 4. You need to be positioned as the expert. And when you're able to get that positioning from a Code Audience, that's the kind of stuff that can really lighten your business up. Okay? So you want to be positioned as the expert always. So always focus on giving valuable content. Number 5, you want it to be easy to consume. I've been testing a lot of different things, and while cheat sheets and checklists and different things like that certainly do work, yeah, you can build them in Canva, canva.com. It's real easy. Or you could get, I think it's called Designer, where it does like a real easy ebook or something like that. But people are getting less and less to the point where they want to read. I've been leveraging videos, and videos have been working real well. Just doing videos like this and giving value away, rather than having to put them and send them to a PDF, checklist, and different things. For some scenarios, it all depends. But again, it's something that you should always be doing, A/B testing. So we've been testing video. People love video, and that's kind of what we've been rolling out in our lead magnets more and more. It may be different in your industry. It's just something you're going to have to test. But here's the point. People want to easily consume the lead magnet. So don't forget that. And last, leaves the reader wanting more. something almost like a cliffhanger, right? So when they read your content or when they watch your video, when they get your lead magnet, you want to leave them speechless. That is the best type of lead magnets, and they're out there. Most people, they don't focus on their free lead magnet when it's the most important offer you can have. Because here's the thing, even if your core offer is selling for $5,000, it all starts with getting a lead in, right? Turning that prospect into a lead. What does that? Our lead magnet, our free offers. Our free offers and lead magnets are just as important as our core offer. If we don't have them in our funnel, we're never going to be able to sell to them anyway. And if we have them come to our business and our free offer sucks, then they're never going to convert anyway. So those are the 6 must-have traits of having an awesome kick-ass lead magnet. And kind of opposite, here's 5 traits that will equal a bad lead magnet. Number 1, it gives you no value. It's just a bunch of gibberish about, a product, or trying to lead into a course, or trying to get you to buy something. Those are not good lead magnets. It gives you no value. And again, when people go through and get your lead magnet, they've already gave you the name and the email. They want it, they're, if you don't deliver on your promise, then you've lost them forever. They're not going to come back to you. You've burnt the bridge. They're not going to trust you. And again, they're gone forever. It might not be all of them, but it's probably 99% of them. Maybe a 1% chance that you'll get one of them back. So always, always, always make sure you're giving the best value you can. Again, lead magnets. Just because they're free doesn't mean you can just la-di-da through them and throw something together and hope people sign up. It has to be valuable. Deliver on your promise. Number 2, it takes too long to consume. And this can really differ from industry to industry. But here's what I want you to think about. When you sign up for a lead magnet, do you have 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes to read this thing? No. Okay? So you sign up for it, and then you realize, man, this is really, really long. So what do? You read it later. You say, well, let me just put it to the side. I'll read it. I'll read it tomorrow, or I'll read it here in 2 days when I'm off from work, or I'll read it here when I'm doing traveling, or whatever it may be. So you put it to the side. What happens? You forget about it, right? And that's the thing. When it's too long to consume, even though it's not a terrible bad thing, people just put it to the side. They don't have that amount of time to read it. It's always going to be later, and you don't want them to consume it later. You want them to consume it right now. That way they can be blown away. So always make sure your content is simple. Usually for a lead magnet, you probably want a 5 to 8 minute read or a 5 to 8 minute video. Don't go over 10 minutes. At least put that as your limit. You don't want anything over 10 minutes. If it takes 10 minutes plus to read, you don't want to use it. If it's a video that's over 10 minutes, you probably don't want to use it, especially when it comes to cold traffic. Now, if it's warm traffic, you're trying to get into another lead magnet, that's a totally different thing. Okay? So really, I'm talking about cold audience, cold traffic, people that just don't know you. That relationship ain't built there yet, right? So, number 3, it provides no results. When we sign up for something, we want to get a result. And if we don't get it, we're going to be disappointed. We're not going to trust you. You promised something, you didn't deliver. We're done with you. And that's the way people think. Number 4, doesn't solve a problem. Look, the best lead magnets are those that solve a problem. So think about what's the top problem in your industry right now. That's where your focus needs to be. That way you can provide a solution. You can provide an answer that these people have been looking for weeks, days, months, maybe even years. Can you imagine somebody looking for years for this answer, and you're the one that delivers it to them? Think how powerful that relationship starts out. And again, we're talking about cold audiences, completely different if you're doing it to a warm audience. And number 5, doesn't position you as an expert. And that's the thing. If you give no value, if your content is too long to consume, if you provide no results, and you don't provide a solution to a problem, you're not going to be positioned as the expert. That means they're not going to be interested in you. They're not going to trust you. They're not going to want to fill out your application and different things like that. That's what you have to think of. Cross these out. If your lead magnets have these in it, they're not going to work for you. Get back to the drawing board. This is what you want to do. You want to solve a problem. You want to give a quick and easy result. You want content that's valuable. You want to position yourself as the expert. You want your content to be easy to consume, and you always want to leave your readers wanting more. Okay, what do I offer? Now, you know what you need to include. You know what not to include. Now, how do you even find out what you should be offering? Again, pointing back to what I said in the main beginning, this is why market and competitor research is vital as a starting point. Because if you know your target audience, if you know your customer profile, if you know exactly who your competitors are, all of this is going to help you begin to craft your free offers. Now, if you put a free offer up and it doesn't work, don't be disappointed. That's just another answer that you have. Mark it down. You should be documenting all the tests that you do and move on to the next one. That's why I tell you to put 3 out. That way you have 3 up, you're testing them. If they don't work out, put 3 more up. That's the way we do it until something hits, okay? How do I know I have the right offer? Here's you a few tips. For number 1, you're going to see a high conversion rate. Just like we talked about earlier, you want to get 1 out of 5 people signing up for your free offers. So if you can get anything above that, that's usually a good sign that people are feeling what you're offering. They're actually interested into it. Now, if you're getting a low conversion, it may be due to your offer, but you also need to look at your target audience. Because if your offer is awesome and you're targeting it to the wrong audience, it's not going to convert good, right? So just because you have a low conversion rate, it doesn't mean that the offer is terrible. And that's the same thing that can be said if you have a high conversion rate. It doesn't mean your offer is going to be great. It all depends what happens afterward. And that's number 2. These leads turn into sales. That's what you want to calculate. Okay, so we had 100 leads sign up for our offer. On the back end, 10 of them turned to sales. That's a 10% conversion rate. That's pretty good to be able to get 10 sales off 100 leads. That's usually a real good. Kind of depends on your price point, but that lets you know it's working. Your offer is getting a high conversion or it's getting an average conversion, but sales are coming through, and that's the bottom line. That's the big goal, right? We want to sell our service. We want to sell our product. So if you're seeing that prospect go in, sign up for the lead, come out on the back end, and they're buying, that's a good thing. And likewise, if you collect 100 leads and nobody buys, that's not a good thing. That usually means the offer's bad or you're targeting the wrong audience. Always look at those 2 things first. Number 3, you start to get asked questions. This is very, very common. When you have offers out there and you're starting to run your paid traffic, and you could be relying on SEO traffic and other traffic sources, social media, Google, whatever it may be. But the conversations begin. I know, same thing happened to me here at Teaching Online Business. We started 2 years ago, but we slowly kind of, let things go out. And the next thing you know, as we're getting more and more offers out there and we're getting more and more products and we're reaching more people, we're starting to get asked questions constantly over and over again. And this is a good thing. That feedback's really, really good, even if it's in the form of questions, because that lets us know what our market wants. So you can use this feedback to your advantage. You can use these questions to your advantage to see which offers are very, very popular. And again, you can add to these offers, you can take away to the offers, you can add a different headline. There's a lot of different ways to improve the conversions and improve the performance of a lead magnet. So always think about that. If you get asked questions, take them serious and use them to your advantage to better your lead magnets. Number 4, your audiences reaches out to you for help. And this is the power of having an awesome, high-valued free lead magnet and positioning you as the expert. Because once you get that like, know, and trust effect going on, and you can with an awesome lead magnet, then people's going to reach out to you. They're going to want to work with you. They're going to want to partner with you. I mean, it snowballs when you start getting, a little bit of momentum. And this is kind of building the foundation. You could put 3 lead magnets out there like a request when you do your first 3 free offers, and all 3 of them may take off, and next thing you know, your business is like, whew, I've seen it happen. But again, it all points back to market research, looking at your competitors, looking at your market, and just figuring out what those main problems are. If it's the type of problem that you go to bed with and you wake up, those are the main problems that people will gladly pay a lot of money to solve. And number 5, it creates attention and attraction, right? So again, it's that snowball effect. You're building this momentum, and you're getting your offers out there, you're reaching more people, you're answering questions, you're getting feedback, you're optimizing your offers, and it just gets better and better and better. And next thing you know, you create massive momentum for your business that can really propel your business to 6 and 7 figures. It's awesome, awesome feeling. So, how do I know I have a bad offer? Number 1, you're going to see low conversion rates. Now, again, remember what I said. Low conversion rates doesn't mean that it's a bad offer, but it can be. So be aware of that. Again, if you're targeting the wrong audience, it's going to get a low conversion rate. So if you have low conversion rates, again, make sure you're checking both. Number 2, people call you out for it. Hey, if you're offering free offers and you're not delivering on your promise, people will cuss you the hell out. It happens. I've seen it. I haven't had none personally, at least not yet. But, hey, you got to be careful when you're dealing with the public, because if you put something bad out there, and they'll let you know how it feels. It's not everybody, but somebody will call you out. And this is really not necessarily your haters, because as you get popular, they come out the woodwork too. But you don't want to make a promise and not deliver. So always remember that when it comes to your lead offers. Number 3, it doesn't lead to sales. And that's very, very important. A lot of people, they'll have an offer out there. It'll be getting 60, 70% conversions. They come to me and they're like, hey, I'm getting 60, 70% conversions on this. It's a great offer. Well, how many sales is it leading to? None so far. Well, then it's not a good offer. You need to change it, change something. So you always want to think back end sales, because again, your lead magnet is the top of the funnel. It's not there to get a sale. You have to remember, you always want to have the opportunity to build that relationship. That's why getting a name and an email and lead magnets in general are so important to your business. Number 4, nobody is talking about it. If you're not creating buzz, if you're not creating momentum, then likely it's a failing offer. And that's just the way it is, especially if you're driving a lot of traffic there. If that happens, just replace it with something else. And again, document everything and keep testing. Eventually you're going to find out. But if you have that happening to you, get back to the market research. Keep looking at the competitors. Try to find some common ground that you can use to start gaining momentum. And number 5, nobody is reaching out for your help. So it's just completely opposite of how do I know if I have a good offer. So if you have a bad offer, there's nobody going to help you, because you're not positioning yourself as the expert. And that's the key. Everybody wants an expert opinion. So if it's bad, nobody's going to reach out for your help. And that's a problem. Again, that's another sign that you need to figure it out and find out what's going on. So when it comes to your lead magnets, always validate them. Again, like I said earlier about the content upgrade, if you guys have blogs out there and your blogs are very, very popular, and that's within your target audience. That's kind of where you could start out. So your blogs are validation enough to go after that topic. So another way to validate it is just putting it out there. Another way to validate it is doing a survey. There's a lot of different tools out there for you to do surveys. Ask your audience what they want. And that leads to number 2. Just that same point. What do you want? Go out, ask them. Is there anything specific that I can do for you? What kind of challenges are you having with this or with that? What kind of struggles are you having? What happens you reach your goals? There's a lot of ways that you can utilize that, but it's simple. You just ask them what they want. And number 3, you could always try a Facebook or Twitter post. I love Facebook groups for this very reason. The engagement in there is incredible. It's usually your target audience anyway. Hopefully you are doing that. I know some people just have groups and it's all over the wall, but if you're being specific and clear about your Facebook group, and here's a little golden nugget for you, if you're clear about it and specific about it, then you can get your target market in there, okay? So always be clear, always be specific, and that goes for your lead magnets too. When your lead magnet is looking for a specific person, right? You are looking for a specific audience when it comes to your lead magnet. So make sure your headline is clear and specific. So, okay guys, that's it. I hope this helps you. Lead magnets are such an important part of the process, guys. So I hope that's able to answer some of your questions, kind of give you some ideas so you could start getting your offers right and getting higher conversions and leading to more sales. So, hey, if you like this video, again, please take the time to like it, comment, share, subscribe to our channel. We're always doing videos like this. We're trying to put them out every week, at least a few times a week, to give you guys some new content to look at. So always appreciate you guys. You can find us at teachingonlinebusiness.com, and you can also find us at Masterminds of Marketing Facebook group. All of those will be in the description below. So always thank you for your time. Have a good night. We'll talk to you later, guys.